experience. Buy here, pay here. Financing options are available and everyone is approved. You'll find incredible value and service that shines. You gotta come to Tommy Autos, 2209 West 15th Street.
Cold, creamy, and gourmet. Milkshake Factory is now open at Breakfast Point Marketplace near Publix next to First Watch. Unbelievably delicious handcrafted milkshakes and chocolates like the famous chocolate bark. Try the mouth-watering chocolate-dipped strawberry shake. Family-friendly fun and unforgettable shakes await. Milkshake Factory now open at Breakfast Point Marketplace near Publix next to First Watch on Back Beach. Milkshake Factory.
Now, July is going to be a hot month weather-wise, y'all. But the deals on portable buildings at Best Way Portable Buildings will cool things down. Stop by and see owner Jason Mulder and let him help you choose just the right building for your needs. Best Way Portable Buildings is located just north of the Old Mall, Highway 231, Panama City, and online at bestwayportablebuildings.com. Best Way Portable Buildings, the best in portable, period. And a Golden Age builder.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
The morning star shine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! I'm full of water. I stay hot tub. Stay hot tub. I'm gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub. Rubber dub and hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Second hot tub.
Yeah!
Will you make me sweat?
Yeah!
Second hot tub.
Yeah!
Will you make me wet?
Yeah! Well. Good morning, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, the home of the Atlanta Braves, the home of Jim Brandt, Jason Kovaleski. Randy's filling in today. The latest on Wildcat. Surgery went well, back in town, stage 1 cancer, doing really well. We need your help. If you can GoFundMe, go look it up, GoFundMe, John Smitty, SMIDDY. If you can help, whatever you can do, we certainly appreciate it. He a lot of high bills, so if we can help out, let's do it, please. But he will be back in the saddle tomorrow, so looking forward to that. And Jason, how's everything going out at Max Fit Sports Nutrition?
Doing good. We got some new products in from Transparent Labs. We got a free sample bar. We got the InBody 570. So come down, check it out, check your results. If you need some advice on dieting, we can help you with that as well. So just come down. We're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pierport North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
If you're listening, you got a son or daughter involved in athletics, you want to get that edge, get that scholarship, which is the most difficult thing to do these days because in the old days, you were going to compete against every high school athlete across the country, which was very difficult. Now you're going against the athletes that are already playing major college football, baseball, basketball, and every other sport. But Jason can give you an edge. He knows what he's talking about. You want to get bigger, stronger, faster. Go spend some time with him. If I was still coaching, we would be in front of my whole team, and we'd be on just about everything you got down there because I know it works. So I don't get it. If there's a coach out there in one of those 3 sports I mentioned not taking advantage of him, something's not right. You're not taking it seriously. One little thing can help you get that little edge, get a win here, a win there, can mean the difference in your career and the athlete themselves. One play here, one play there stands out.
How are you feeling on your creatine? Then you take that.
I've gotten stronger.
Yeah.
The thing
about the mental
it,
clarity? As the more you take it, the more mental clarity you get.
I don't know. I might need to up the dose on that.
I heard you said Tua correctly the other day.
That was an accident, believe me.
Holy smoke. I need to get me some of that.
Yeah. Here's the deal with that stuff. Like, I went and walked, and you can just keep going. The energy it gives you, you are get free, you can feel it.
So like creatine.
But let me tell you the downside of that. You get home and you've been in that heat and you think you can do it and you find out you can't do that stuff anymore and you pay the price that night, cramping up and just Randy called me, and I talked to him yesterday. I was worn out. I mean, when I got through walking, it was about 3 hours. I couldn't do anything.
I got to get you one other product. There's amino acids to help, and the use they are good for is so that you don't break down muscle. They have hydration. They have electrolytes.
Hydration's what I need.
Yeah. So the combination of the amino acids and the electrolytes is what you really need.
I just think at a certain age you can't handle the heat like you used to. I'm finding that out
Maybe
now.
like it ain't yet.
Well, if you're out running, or walking real fast in 95-degree heat for 3 or 4 hours, I don't know how many people can withstand that.
Dr. Kowaleski, isn't it true that it's not the water you drink while you're exercising, it's pre-hydration?
Yeah,
it's doing
for
it
sure.
beforehand.
Yeah.
So, Dr.
And getting
Hale, you may
electrolytes
want
in
to
there
take
as well
water
for water
ahead
retention.
of time.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm in pretty good shape for my age. I'm not like Brant. I mean, he's still cage fighting. I'm not doing that, but I'm trying. I'm trying to get
You're not
where I
supposed
need
to talk
be.
about that.
I went manly yesterday.
I had Glenn tied up good. We were pounding on him. Anyway, SEC media's going on. Before I get into all that, all kind of different stuff's happening.
Finally, something to talk about.
We can talk about all day long about this kind of stuff. I want to start off with this, though. This is pretty interesting to me. They did all these stats. I'm a stats guy. They had all these stats, the biggest rival games, and who produced the more NFL players off these rival games. We know who the big rival games are.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking big-time rivals, not the Yale and Harvard and that kind of stuff. But here we go. In the last 10 years, the number one game that's produced NFL talent, big-time draft picks, number one, LSU, Alabama. I was at the 2020 game. It was incredible, all the guys on the field. And I think it might have been the 2019 game when Trump was there and LSU beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa. There's athletes across the board. They come in at number one with 165 NFL players on those two teams over 10 years. That's incredible, man. Number two, I was surprised at it. It was LSU. LSU's almost in all of them.
Yeah.
Well, two of them anyway. LSU, number two. LSU versus Florida. We all know in the heyday, Florida's always had great athletes.
Yeah, they did.
Great, especially skill player receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, DBs. If they were ever weak anywhere, which they weren't, it'd be up front, and mainly the offensive line, and not even that. They got great players. But that was at number two. 128 athletes were drafted in that rivalry game. And number three, the second biggest rivalry of all time, Ohio State versus Michigan, tied the Iron Bowl. These are your top three. They tied the Iron Bowl, Alabama, Auburn. But the Michigan-Ohio State game, 127 NFL players over the last 10 years playing a game. That's pretty remarkable now. If you got over 100 players, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. And that's it. That's the elite of college football when it comes. We're talking about rivalry games. When these two teams get together and play, you're going to see some of the best talent year in, year out.
So it's not Clemson and South Carolina like that one person. What? Shut up.
It's not Oklahoma and Texas. It's not Oklahoma. You hear me? It's not Oklahoma and Texas.
Well, that's what makes the rivalry great when you got great players playing against each other. For a while, the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry really wasn't a rivalry.
Fell lopsided
Urban
there.
Meyer and Jim Tressel, they dominated that rivalry. And then Michigan kind of turned the tables over the last 4 or 5 years, however they did it. I don't want to throw anything else out there, but they won the last 4. So now, to me, that's the nastiest rivalry in college football. I haven't seen anything turn that nasty in a long time with the cheating scandal, the born on third base.
After the game last year, you thought Ron Day was... You have to shock, get him out. Let's shock his heart. Let's bring him back. He was dead. He was dead man walking. I'll never forget that after that game, watching his body language
scene there.
and the Ohio State players going after the Michigan coaches. They're going after the flag, pointing. I don't like. I think Oklahoma's one of the first ones that started it.
Baker Mayfield.
I don't like going into another team's stadium and planting a flag, tearing up the grass, and just showing disrespect for that. In the old days, you don't see that. The coaches demanded respect.
Right.
First class. Coach Brown was always show class. And what's that show? You beat them, shake their hand, walk off the field because you know good and well what's going to happen. You're going to have a fight.
They're going to defend their turf.
Yeah.
I mean, go to anybody's house, try to plant a flag unwillingly in their yard.
And that's not the only place it happens, but
No.
that's the big game. That's where everybody sees it, yeah.
This generation is a little different than what we grew up in.
SEC Media Days, day one was okay. I watched a lot of it on TV, talked to Jamie. She was there. But the day two, this is kind of a big day. I really like this one. They're going to start off at 7:30 our time. This is all Central Time, what I'm giving you right now. SEC coordinators of football officials will be there answering questions on what's going on, the new rules and everything that's going on like that. How they're enforced, how they're not enforced. That's pretty good. I always kind of like listening to these guys when they do it. Remember this targeting, it is targeting, it's not targeting. Georgia definitely was not targeting when they hit that receiver from Ohio State, as far as you know. At 9:05, the king of college football, the man I love, the one and only, Kirby Smart, will be on the stage at 9:05. After that, at 11:15 Central Time, Auburn's head football coach Hugh Freeze will get up there and talk about what's going on. I'm just going to talk about his golf game. We'll get back into all this in a little while. At 12:30 our time, we'll have Tennessee. Heupel will be talking. I don't know what to expect from Tennessee. After getting blown out, getting embarrassed last year after running their mouth, the quarterback situation, that's kind of a team we all don't know what's going to happen. I think they're going to be good, but we don't know. And then look how big today is. At 2:15, you got Coach Stark there. So you got Georgia, Auburn, Tennessee, and Texas. That's a good lineup. Yeah. That's a really good lineup today for SEC Media Days. And we'll talk later on the show about what happened yesterday with the big talk. Nick Saban, is he back? Is he going to coach? We'll talk about that later. I don't want to get into that right now. I do want to get into one former SEC great player, Georgia, got let go by ESPN, Pollock. He made this comment. I want you guys' opinion on this. SMU, we all know, made the playoffs in 2024. I like their head football coach, did a good job. He expressed concerns for this SMU team going forward. He thinks last year, 11-3, was a great year for them, no doubt about that. But look at the schedule, look at the strength of the schedule, look what happened to them when they got into the playoffs. He thinks they're going to take a step back. You got Clemson that everybody thinks is going to be really good. SMU right now is ranked in returning production, ranked 78th in the country. That means they don't have a whole lot coming back. The quarterback's pretty good. He's back. He is a good player, no doubt about that. Last year he passed for 3,200-something yards, 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He can run, he can throw, he can do it all. But against Penn State, he threw for only a really good team. He only passed for 195 yards. A little bit different who you play. One touchdown, he was sacked. He had 3 interceptions. Oh, they did get beat by Penn State 39-10. They played a...
Could have been worse.
Yeah, they played a real team.
That's what happens when you don't have the guys in the trenches to match up.
Now, the ESPN FPI has SMU third in the ACC, behind Miami, behind Clemson, and I think when everything's said and done, I think they're behind Louisville. I think who knows, man, they might be behind FSU. We don't know. We just don't know. 8-4 in 2025 is kind of what they predict, the experts. They got 10.8% chance to win the ACC, 21% chance to make the college football playoffs. David Pollock says they're going to take a step back, won't be the Cinderella team. Jim Brandt, is this our Cinderella team? With that weak schedule, do they wiggle their way in and we have to watch another crap game like this?
I would say no. I think they're a one-trick pony. Just like Cincinnati was, back a couple, 5-6 years ago, just like TCU. It's just hard to see a scenario where the SMU is going to get in the playoffs over these other teams we're talking about. Yeah. I just don't see it.
After getting beat down last year, why would you give them the benefit of the doubt? If it's between them against Alabama, right. I'm definitely going to lean towards Alabama
or
this
Ole
year.
Miss, or
either Power
Georgia,
from the SEC or Big
anybody.
Ten. Yeah.
Our SEC commissioner was asked yesterday. He just needs to get off it and do it one way or the other. Let's just settle it right now. They keep kicking it down the road, kind of like politicians. We'll worry about later. We're going to play 8 games going forward. We're going to play 9. The money says it's going to be 9. The coaches, he'll tell you right here, sitting beside me, the coaches don't want. They can say all they want. They don't want to go to 9 games. They don't.
Not if they don't.
One more loss keeps you out of a bowl game. One more loss can kick you out of a playoff game. One more loss can get you fired. Then again, you can look at the other way. Look at the positive way. Hey, one more win gets me in. One more win keeps my job. But most of those, 99% of those coaches, I'll say 99.9% of coaches do not want to go to 8 games. That's the hold back right now. The Big Ten, he was asked about that. The Big Ten wants the SEC to play 9 games. And the commissioner was polite. He says he communicates with the Big Ten commissioner quite a bit. I think they talk all the time. Not so much with the other ones. They, too, control college football right now. I don't think we're going to go to 8 games. Here's the only way I see us getting to 9 games.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll go to 9 games. I think if we can get the committee, if the SEC and Big Ten commission get together and say, look, we're going to get 10 people to be on the committee that chooses the playoffs. 4 from the region where the Big Ten's strong. 4 from the region where the SEC is strong. 1 from the Big 12 and 1 from the ACC. Then let those 10 guys pick the teams. Then you might see the SEC go to a 9-game SEC schedule.
I think the problem is just real quick.
We got to take a break.
Yeah. Big Ten wants the SEC to be on the same page as far as that, or they get automatic bursts and guaranteed 4 each.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have the same schedule and they're guaranteed 4, I don't think the Big Ten gives a crap.
Yeah, let's come back and talk about this a little bit more when we get back. We got FSU updated at 7:30 by Jim Brown. Right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. I tell you what, we got the greatest people in the world as sponsors. It works for them. They know it. They're highly intelligent. And they're highly successful. Look at Pat Perno, the city commissioner of Lynn Haven. The guy is an incredible young man. He does a great job every business he has, but his restaurant, Beef Braised in Lynn Haven, is unbelievable. The way he trains his employees to treat you like family is second to none. The food's incredible. Everything about that place is unbelievable. Great atmosphere. TV's everywhere, but it's the food, it's the people. Beef Braised Lynn Haven. Get out there and have a good time. The key word there is Lynn Haven. Beef Braised Lynn Haven. David Adams, same thing with Russ and Amber, do an incredible job of what they do. They can design anything you want, any type of jewelry. It'll be absolutely beautiful. They will work with you with deals too now. They give deals. They got great sales. They're over in Lynn Haven also. David Adams Designer Jewelry, #1. And Dr. John Ward to March 7:30. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. He's the best at what he does. From the great University of Florida. The guy's incredible, highly intelligent. He loves sports. This works for him. I walk in the office, people talk to me. Go see Dr. Ward. Don't put off. There's an office throughout the Panhandle of Florida. We'll be right back. We're going to let Jason Kovalevsky explain to us what the heck he meant about the Big Ten SEC, 8 games, 9 games. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The afternoon underdogs.
So that is this day in history. It is June. I said it. guys, it's not June, it's July. July 11th, everybody.
I'll have what he's having.
Friday. It's the end of the show.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's the end of
It's June
week.
somewhere.
Yeah, it is June. It's got to be June somewhere.
4 to 6 weekdays. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Likely thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind 8 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and the high of 93. Tonight, look for a variety of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with a temperature near 78. Tomorrow, a high around 85 and some sun in the morning, but otherwise definite thunderstorms. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Experience a higher level of service. David Adamson Designer Jewelry has been providing you the very best of fine jewelry and repair in Lynn Haven for over 32 years. David has added Amber Anderson and Russ Clare, names you've known and trusted in PCB for years with your fine jewelry and watch needs. Find that one-of-a-kind engagement ring, that special anniversary gift, or something colorful just for you. Amber and Russ will find it or build it for you, serving Bay County and beyond in Lynn Haven at the corner of Ohio Avenue and 9th. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Can the Big 12 deliver multiple college football bids I say no. Absolutely.
God, I hope not.
No. and we were just talking off there about this situation with the SEC, Big Ten, and they're not. It's not like they're not getting along. They got to get this agreement one way or the other.
Right.
And like our commissioner Sankey said, hey, you know what? If we can't agree, it's probably going to stay like it is right now, where you have 5 and 7
at largest
and 5. So we'll have some weak sisters in there. And I thought the purpose of these playoffs was to get the best teams in and find out who the best team in college football is. But it's not. It's political. Let's everybody get a ball. Everybody gets a trophy. And that's not how life is.
Yep. That's what happened last year with SMU and Boise State.
Now, I will say this, and y'all tell me your opinion on this. I do believe the ACC can get multiple teams in. I think Miami can get in.
I do, too.
I think FSU, when they're good, can get in. I think Louisville might could get in when they get better. I think Clemson's in. I think Clemson's going to be really good. That's 4 pretty good teams right there.
If they went and beat LSU, I mean, they should be able to coast into a playoff berth. I think Miami's going to be really good. If Beck can come back and be halfway what he was at Georgia, maybe not last year, he made a lot of mistakes, but they got a team. They got guys in the trench. The offensive line's going to be phenomenal. Defensive line, they've recruited as good as anybody. They always get receivers and running backs from South Florida. I think they're going to be really good this year. I think they're going to challenge Clemson for the ACC title, too. So we'll know if they play Florida early in the year. They beat Florida pretty good last year, but I think that's going to be a really telling game early in the season. And they get Notre Dame out of the gate.
Now, going back to that 8-9 schedule, what do you guys think is? I really kind of think they're going to keep it like it is 5-7. I don't think they're going to come together on this 8 versus 9 SEC Big Ten little scuffle going on.
I don't think they're close right now. I think it's going to get worked out, but because Bunt is too much important.
Let's address this. What's the issue? Nobody trusts the committee.
Right.
Nobody.
And I think if you want to, compare apples to apples, the Big Ten wants them to play 9 games, or the SEC wants the Big Ten to play 8 games, because then you have 2 different types of schedules. You're looking at teams differently.
You're protecting your market.
And that's why if we don't have the same, schedules, the Big Ten wants to guarantee 4 automatic bids, that because they don't trust the committee. They don't, trust if we're playing 9 conference games and we got 3 losses versus, a conference that's playing 8 and they got 2 losses. I think the Big Ten should go to 8 and have one crossover game with an SEC team every year.
Yeah.
I mean, that gives you 9 good matchups, gives you the TV revenue that you need, makes it more interesting because you're playing an out-of-conference big-time opponent. That really isn't going to punish you. Let's be honest. If Ohio State loses to Texas by 3 and runs the table, they're not in jeopardy of losing out on the playoffs. So I think it's good for college football. I think it's good for matchups. I think it's good for seeding for both teams. I think all this is going to get worked out. I don't believe in a second the SEC and Big Ten are at odds. I just think they need to work out the fine details, and I think that's going to happen over the next year or 2.
Jim?
Yeah, I don't see this being worked out for this season at all. But like Jason says, it's in everyone's best interest to get this straightened out one way or the other. And I don't care if it's 8 or 9, but I do believe that everybody should do the same.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like James Franklin said from Penn State, and Notre Dame needs to be in a conference.
For sure.
That's
something overlooked. I'm glad you brought that up.
To me, that's as big a deal as 8 or 9 games. You got a team that's pretty much doing whatever. They're a maverick. They just do what they want.
And we all bow down.
And they get, like you said, they don't have to divide their money with anybody. They keep it That, to me, that's not right. That's got to get straightened out.
And they may play 4 or 5 tough games.
Right.
The rest are service academies, Northern Illinois, stuff like that. That's really like, they're decent teams, but it's not
Marshall.
Come
on.
It's not a gauntlet of the Big Ten or the SEC where you're playing a top 25.
And they got their own TV network. That's a great point, Jim. I forgot about that one. Yeah, we shall see. I think, I don't see any coach in the SEC going, okay, let's go to 9. Come on, man. They don't want to lose their job. They're not going to do that.
And I don't truly believe any Big Ten coach wants to play 9 either. They're just saying what the conference wants them to say. So, and it's driven by the networks, too. It's more money.
But it goes back to the committee. You can't trust them. They say strength of schedule matters. When you look at the SEC and Big Ten, where did all the NFL players come from? Those 2. It's not even close. It's not even close. Look at the pay, the coaches' pay. It's not even close. Look at the size of the stadiums. Look at the TV viewership. Those run the world. So, but you have people on that committee, and let's be honest, they're humans, that are from different parts of the country that have different ties with the ACC. They have ties with Big 12, and you know everything's political. You know that. They screwed up last year with letting these, in my opinion, SMU and some of these weaker teams in there over teams that played a real schedule. So I'm with the coach. I understand. I'm with the SEC on this. I don't trust the committee. I'm going to tell you who's a disadvantage right now going into this season is Florida and Oklahoma. Go look at their schedule compared to everybody else. Theirs a lot tougher. If they win 9 games, those two teams should be in the playoffs, in my opinion, over a 10-2 SMU or something like that, TCU, anybody else.
So stick either one of those teams in the Big 12 and they win it easily.
They win the conference.
Easily.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no talent in the Big 12 that's on par with those two teams.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Again, I think SEC Media Day is going to be pretty good today. I can't wait to see how the questions to Hugh Freeze, I think they're going to treat him pretty good, really. If I was him, like Jeff Siegel said, he should walk. That'd be cool. If he walks in there with his golf clubs, puts them down, said, "Yeah, I'm putting them up for the year. We're football time." That would be. I think that would be cool if he'd do that. Will he do that? No.
No.
Heck no. He'll be on the course.
It'd be funny if he did.
He'll be on the course by 12.
All right, best.
Yeah, you guys got to hurry up here.
Yeah.
I'm on a time crunch here.
I don't know if I have time to get this one done. So let's jump into this one real quick. Michigan's assistant coach, Connor Stallions.
The low-level
He
staffer.
says that Michigan, that he almost knew every single game, every single season signal Georgia had in the national championship game.
But he got it off TV.
He knew them. He
got it off TV.
Yeah, right. He also said
That's what he says.
There were 7 games that at Michigan where I knew almost every single play that was going to be called. He knew them. He said we lost 3 of those. Now, he knew everything was coming. You still get beat? That's not good.
He was so smart that he didn't know he was on the Central Michigan sideline.
Yeah, I don't know if that's me or not. Is that me? Really? Was I there?
I remember what I was doing that night.
What?
Saying all this, and even Feinbaum's starting to jump on this a little bit. What is going to happen with your Wolverines? Michigan, is he going to be crying? I think they're going to take the national championship away from him.
I think so. I mean,
I kind of really believe that now.
But you got to understand, we've probably talked about this over the last 2 years or whatever it's been. The NCAA doesn't control that national championship. That's the committee that's got to make that decision. All right? The committee makes that decision. So they'll be if that does get vacated, it'll be the committee that vacates it.
That makes me think it'll happen even more.
Not the NCAA.
But I do think they already said that they're going to follow the NCAA's guidelines. If they hammer them, they're going to strip the title. One thing that I just don't understand is after all this time, he's still coming out and incriminating himself over and over and over.
Shut up.
Sonny Dykes came out and said, "Look, the reason we beat Michigan in the semifinal game, we knew they were, tracking our play calls, so we changed them up, made dummy calls, and they scored 50-some points in that game. So if that ain't a clear indicator that you got tricked, and then Stallions came back, oh no, we just didn't tackle well, we turned the ball over a couple of times. No, you just didn't know what the play was coming because they had dummy signals, and I think it was funny. But this guy keeps incriminating himself over and over and over and over. The one thing leads me to believe they're going to get pretty much hammered, and I don't know what that hammer is going to look like, whether it's a postseason ban, recruiting restrictions, fines, vacating wins. There's no way Michigan would take this to the Committee on Infractions. That's super rare. Usually you negotiate a deal because both sides want to get out of this. They want a resolution. For them to take it all the way to the Committee on Infractions and risk being absolutely hammered, because this is the last, hoorah for them. They're going to make a decision, being that none of them cooperated. Harbaugh left for the NFL. All these assistants left for the NFL. None of them showed up. Stallions didn't show up to testify. That's the worst thing.
Got rid of emails.
The worst thing you can do when you're dealing with the NCAA is not cooperate, and those are the teams that get absolutely obliterated.
We shall see going forward. Netflix has a first look at any given Saturday. It's about the SEC football. It's a series, premieres on August 5th. I did see the first little clip of it. Looks pretty cool. I think they do a pretty good job on these things. Looking forward to watching this. It's about the SEC, the legendary coaches, legendary players, all those national championship teams. It just means more. Netflix, again, you can see the commercial. Go look it up on there. They can show it to you. They showed it. I might have seen it on SEC Media. I think I saw it then. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Again, that's going to start on August 15, Netflix. Any Given Saturday. Remember the movie Any Given Sunday?
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
Great movie.
Didn't they use you in the shower scene? Wasn't that you?
Yeah, that was me.
That's what I heard. All right, let's take a break. We get back. Jim Brandt, FSU. What's going on with Florida State? We're getting closer and closer to Alabama FSU, August 30th, Saturday, 2:30, ABC. Cannot wait. I love David. David does such a wonderful job. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. David's opened up a new one. It's on Front Beach Road, 1098 Front Beach Road. Park in the back, please. That's where a lot of tourists are going to this one. But the original, right across from the Navy base, that place is incredible. Thursday night karaoke, the best Mexican food. Great place. Everybody's having birthday parties down there. But they got the best happy hour than anywhere. Buy one, get one free. House wine, draft beer, and yes, margaritas. Go have a great time at El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. It's like a museum. We had a great time down there yesterday at lunch. The legendary J. Michael's, the best seafood, the coldest beer, today's special black beans quesadillas, and every Wednesday that world famous J. Michael's spaghetti. We'll be right back with Jason Kovaleski and Maxwell Sports Nutrition, Jim Brandt and Randy, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. FSU up next.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Now, July is going to be a hot month weather-wise, y'all. But the deals on portable buildings at Best Way Portable Buildings will cool things down. Stop by and see owner Jason Mulder and let him help you choose just the right building for your needs. Best Way Portable Buildings is located just north of the Old Mall, Highway 231, Panama City, and online at bestwayportablebuildings.com. Best Way Portable Buildings, the best in portable, period. And a Golden Age builder.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by Newbies. Get out there, have a great time. They have 4 wonderful locations. The new one is St. Andrews Blue facility is absolutely unbelievable. They've been open now over a year. Great place. Newbies on the Curve, that's where you watch all sporting events. Head on down to the mothership. They've been in business now since, guys, 50, 60 years. The legendary Miss Newbies. And Charlotte's going to have the best bands for you every weekend. If you have to have a great time, tell them Coach sent you. Jim, what do you have for us today on the Florida State Seminoles?
Well, if you're a Florida State fan, you're probably aware of the things I'm going to be talking about here because the last 24 to 48 hours was really big for FSU in baseball, okay? They had the NFL, the Major League draft, MLB draft the last 2 days, and Florida State had the most players drafted of any team. Them and Arkansas each had 11, okay?
Wow.
So even though they weren't national champs, they didn't play in the national championship game, the pro scouts seem to think that Florida State's got something to sell. So they had 11 players drafted this year, 8 last year. So that's 19 in the last 2 years. That's pretty good. I don't really follow how many people get drafted because there's so many rounds in the baseball draft, like 20 rounds, whatever. So a lot of guys get drafted, but to have that many drafted,
that's incredible.
Is pretty good.
One of our own here got drafted in first round.
I'm sorry?
So one of our own here, a kid from Arnold, I thought.
So I'm going to give you the names of the 11 that got drafted. Jamie Arnold, who you were just talking about, the left-hand pitcher.
Yeah.
He was the first round 11th pick.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people thought he was going to be the top pick. Man, that didn't work out, but he's the top 11. Alex Lodis was the second pick by the Braves. Cam Leiter, who didn't even play this past year, he was hurt. I think his father's Al Leiter or Uncle Al Leiter that played in the majors for a long time. He got drafted by the Dodgers in the second round. Outfielder Max Williams got drafted by the Marlins in the third round. Infielder Drew Farrow by the Marlins, the fourth round. Peyton Prescott. And some of these pitchers, it's interesting, we always talk about Florida State, their weakness was pitching, but out of the 11 guys drafted, 6 of them were pitchers.
Yeah.
So go figure. So anyway, Peyton Prescott got drafted by the Mets in the 5th round. Joey Vellini got drafted by the Marlins in the 6th round. Evan Crest got picked by my Guardians, also known as the Indians, in the 15th round. Gage Harrelson outfielder, got drafted by the Angels in the 16th round. Jackson West, a catcher, got drafted by the Blue Jays in the 16th round. And Mason Martinez, another pitcher, got drafted in the 16th round by the Reds. And I got to be honest, a lot of these pitchers, I don't even remember them being. So they must have looked pretty good in the bullpen, warming up or something, because the way baseball is now, if you're a pitcher, can you throw 95 miles an hour? Okay, we take you. Well, whether you're any good, and I'm not trying to diminish anyone,
Right.
but that seems to be what it comes down to. Because I didn't even heard. Now Jamie Arnold, yeah, he was outstanding, but these other guys, kind of not so much. And one of the interesting ones, we all know about Cooper Moss. So, as far as I know, did not get drafted, which is okay because he's got at least 3 years in Florida to play. Florida State had a kid named Ty Harvey who was going to be a catcher for them. He got drafted in the 5th round by the Padres. So somebody that was going to, kind of like a Cooper, was going to go, but never made it because he got drafted first. The thing that's crazy about this is if you know where he's from and where he went to high school. He's from Port Charlotte, which is in Charlotte County, but he went to MIG, which is in Manatee County. Now, if you know anything about geography of Florida, because James and I both live down there, that's 2 counties away. So this kid, his whole senior year at least, went from Charlotte through Charlotte County, through Sarasota County, to Manatee County every day to go play at IMG. I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty. You must have great transportation or something. but anyway, that was.
Get that boy a car.
Great NIL.
Yeah. All right. Now, the other thing that happened last night, I didn't watch this. I got to be honest. I didn't watch.
I did watch it. It was great.
Well, we talked about Cal Raleigh, who's leading the major leagues in home runs, who's a former catcher for Florida State.
38, I think.
Came into the All-Star game with 38 home runs. Guys, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
For any position, let alone a catcher.
I thought it was a misprint, to be honest.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm going, 38.
Honestly, I haven't followed Major League Baseball as much as I used to. Just not that excited about it. But just seeing that many home runs and then watching him last night, he put on a show.
Yeah, so anyway, Cal Raleigh, the former Florida State player, won the home run derby. The first catcher ever to do that, the second Seattle Mariner behind Ken Griffey to do it. So that was pretty exciting night, too.
It was really cool because his dad was the pitcher and his brother was the catcher. His brother's like 14, but he's a big kid. He's actually bigger than the catcher was.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like 6'4". Really fun for them and the family. I mean, he crushed it. I mean, I think he got to the second round by 0.8 of a foot.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah,
like,
and everybody was like, why did they measure that? How can you measure 0.8 of a foot? One went 464.7, the other one went 464.2, and everybody's like, why don't we just have a home run hit off, because there's no way you can measure that, electronically and be accurate with it. So, but it was, I enjoyed watching it. It's been a while since I watched the home run derby. It's just become repetitive, but those guys put on a show last night.
It's good to have some different guys in there too.
For sure.
In the past, it was always the same, like you say, the same guys over and over. It's like, let's get somebody new in here.
Yeah.
So it was a big day for Florida State baseball. Florida State football, we'll see. I don't know. We always talk about it. I don't know.
Getting closer and closer.
Getting closer and closer. So we'll see.
That dark cloud's getting closer.
I think they're going to be surprised people. They're going to surprise us one way or the other.
I was going to say.
Hey, since 2001, I better hold off on that one. Let me do this. We got time to do this because it kind of fits in with FSU, Jim. Most all-time baseball draft picks. What state? What university has the most baseball draft picks?
I would think Texas.
I would think Florida.
Absolutely, Florida, Texas, no doubt. University of Texas, 387 all-time leads the list. What seconds? Who's number 2? What state? What university?
Florida. Then
you're gonna be surprised. I was shocked over this.
You got to remember now. Back in the day, USC was outstanding.
LSU was.
Yeah.
Arizona was really good too. I have no idea.
Is this from high school or is it from college?
Well, let me go back because I should have presented this better. This is from the SEC.
Okay.
All-time SEC. I shouldn't have said all-time, but all-time SEC in Texas is in the SEC, 387. He's right about USC. USC was unbelievable in baseball for a while.
Right.
But the second team, most players drafted out of the SEC, who is it?
LSU.
Tennessee?
I was shocked at this. Oklahoma. 325 players drafted. Number 3 out of Texas.
See, but those are both really misleading because Texas and Oklahoma, all those guys got drafted. They were in the Big 8, Big 12.
60s and 70s.
Or Southeast Conference or Southwest Conference, whatever.
A&M.
At number 3, Texas A&M, 294.
There's another one.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Where are the real SEC teams?
Yeah, where's the real SEC team?
All right, here we go. Number 4, you mentioned first, Arkansas. 284 players drafted. Number 5, you mentioned them, LSU, 272. Who's number 6? We hadn't mentioned it. You also get that. We hadn't mentioned it. We live in the state.
Florida Gators.
Florida Gators. We had 266 people drafted. Number 7, a small little state. Number 7. Baseball is huge here for all 3 of the major universities.
Ole Miss.
Mississippi State.
Okay.
250. South Carolina. Baseball's big in South Carolina. They come in 8th with 248. Auburn, the Auburn Tigers coming at 9th.
I haven't heard of Alabama yet. Does Alabama have baseball?
Yeah, Alabama's way
basketball
back.
school.
Way down low. Anyway, Auburn was tied with Ole Miss. Both those universities have 230 players drafted, so whenever this survey was done. At number 11, Vandy, they have a great baseball program, 223. Tennessee, what defending that? Well, they won it the year before in baseball. They had 209. Missouri, 204. Alabama. You build it, they'll come. We built it, they ain't
53.
Alabama.
12.
197 players drafted. And the last 2, the last one so shocked me. But number 15, can they do anything up there besides drink moonshine? Number 15, Kentucky, not 194. And last place, you would think they'd be way up there because baseball's big, is Georgia.
Oof.
Georgia had 184 people drafted. So that's your top 10. Texas number 1, last is Georgia Bulldogs. That kind of surprised me. And you go and I bet Arizona's up there. I bet USC's up there. Yeah, they used to be really good. If you're talking softball, if you did have a draft, it would have to have been Oklahoma. What they've done.
Florida State has to be in there somewhere.
Florida State, yeah, no doubt about that. Best college football jobs. When we get back, we're going to talk about that. They broke it down to 3 levels, and they kind of break it down who they are. You're going to be surprised at this. And we said earlier, the Big 12, 1 team. ACC, they could do multiple.
Yeah.
Do we go? What do you guys think the final number is going to be? 14 games, 16 teams. When everything's said and done, what's it going to be? 16 because of the money?
Everything I looked at, the number, it would be 16. They're talking either 4 and 12 or 5 and 11, and that equals 16 to me.
Jim Bob?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 16. Not this year, obviously, but eventually that's what they'll get to.
Jason, are y'all still going down and letting people walk off the street and be tested? That machine you have down there to test the body fat, body weight, and all that stuff?
That's free for our customers. It's just like a DEXA scan. I mean,
a what scan?
A DEXA scan.
Oh yeah, DEXA. That's right.
So that's what people can get done at the hospital. But these are very similar. But you can get your body fat percentage, your skeletal muscle. We're able to track hydration, your baseline metabolic rate, which is how many calories you burn at rest. That's how we're able to cater a meal plan for each individual person if they need that as well. So you can come down, utilize that for free. We have our free sample bar to try out our products. We're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to the Dick's Sporting Goods.
I want to thank John Sharp for the FSU update. I want to thank Dr. Chad Mitchell for 26 years taking care of Bay County athletes. Every weekend he's giving up during football season. Guy's incredible. The legendary Chad Mitchell, one of the first to be trained in robotic surgery. Excuse me. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And one of my favorite people in the world, Jason's used them, I've used them, Jim, everybody uses them. Locals taking care of locals, that is Stevenson Air Conditioning. They do an incredible work. Most honest, hardworking people out there. Anytime, day or night, Stevenson Air Conditioning is there for you. Don't waste your money on your power bill. Go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Go with local. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Home of the Atlanta Braves. Be right back.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up!
Call or text the Afternoon Underdogs on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida with your rants, hot takes, picks, and takedowns.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama!
This should go 7 games. You've got to have a bad game at some point.
The Red 70s studio line, 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Likely thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind 8 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and the high of 93. Tonight, look for a variety of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with a temperature near 78. Tomorrow, a high around 85 and some sun in the morning, but otherwise definite thunderstorms. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Take your next adventure in an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorrento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
For the A.
Here comes the throw! It's late! Braves win!
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. And we're getting closer and closer to FSU, Alabama, August 30th, 2:30 ABC. Cannot wait. Answer a lot of questions about FSU that day and how good Bama's going to be going forward. Auburn, Baylor, Hugh Freeze is going to be speaking today. That's such a huge game Friday night on Fox. Can't wait for that one. The opening week of college football is incredible. What a great week of college football. You go to the FSU game, you miss all the other good games. So I don't want to sit in that heat. I just don't want to do it. Julie wants to go. I don't.
Let her go by herself.
Best college football jobs. They have 3 levels. They call one the diamond level, which is the best. The elite was the next, and the silver. This might make some of you upset. This might make some of you
laugh.
Laugh, yeah. But here we go. And they looked at it. Can you recruit at these universities? Yeah, recruiting is the blood of the program, no doubt about that. Do you have the resources? So we're talking about NIL money. Do you have the talent pool? The region of the country you live in is important. And the administration, they're going to do whatever it takes to let you do whatever you need to do to win a national championship. And here we go. Diamond level. And I don't know how they came up with these points, these numbers, but here we go. Number 1 on the diamond level. If you're in the diamond level, you're a good job. You got a great job.
Yeah.
Texas, 4.8. LSU, 4.8. Per capita, more NFL players come out of that state across anywhere else. So that is a great job. Number 3, 4.6, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Number 4, Georgia, 4.4. Alabama, 4.4. And this survey here, the best jobs in college football is Texas, LSU, Ohio State, Georgia, and Alabama. Where are they all from? SEC and Big Ten. Actually, all except for one are from the SEC. 4 of these schools have combined to win national championship during the playoff era. Alabama, I think, has less money than all of them. LSU, maybe LSU. We might have a little bit. We could probably match up money for money with LSU, but the talent in the state of LSU in Louisiana is incredible. What did you think about that? I kind of thought Ohio State would be higher than Texas. Texas, I guess, has more money than anybody in the world.
Here's the thing about Texas. I've watched Texas my whole life. They've always been good. They've always competitive. They're always on TV. They're always relevant. Okay, except for just a few years. And it kind of leads into what you're saying. The last time they won a national championship was 2005.
I know.
Okay, so with all those things, all those good things that they have going for them, the money, the support, they got everything that you need. And if you actually travel to Texas and see the state, it's just like, holy crap. When I went there about 3 more, I was like, how do they ever lose in anything?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable just to see the stuff that they had. It's like, holy crap.
Look at the high school program.
It
feeds
the recruiting base.
We went by Pflugerville High School in Pflugerville, Texas, which is northeast of Austin. It was like 15,000 seats. It looked like something. I didn't play in stadiums that nice in college.
Right.
It's like, this is high school football. It's like, how do they ever, I'm going to say it again, how does the state of Texas ever lose in any sport, male or female? Texas A&M's another one. Oh, yeah. You know when the last time they won? 1939 or 1938, whatever it is. There's got to be more to it than just we have money, we got support, we got fans.
And you're right. A&M's got just as much money as they got.
As anybody.
They didn't make that list.
I think Texas's issue is they got too many boosters that want hands-on access to the players and coaches.
The high school association, they say they'll turn, the high school coaches turn against you if you're not signing the high school player if you go out of state. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard something that was going on, like Matt Brown.
Yeah.
He would focus just on the high school. Let me get to the elite jobs. Now, this was the diamond. This is the elite of the elite, the Diamond Club, Texas, LSU, Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama. The elite level, Notre Dame, 4.2. Michigan, it's a great job. Now, I think it's a great job. It's a blue blood. They're as good as anybody. 4 point. Oregon, 4 point. USC, 4 point. I'm going to go back to them later. Florida, where you live, Florida, 4 point. Oklahoma, I'm not sure about that anymore. Oklahoma, 4 point. Penn State, 4 point. Texas A&M, 4 point. So your next level of great jobs is Notre Dame, Michigan, Oregon, USC, Florida, Oklahoma, Penn State, Texas A&M. Let me start with USC, and y'all give me what you think. USC's got all the money, got all the tradition. They're a blue blood. Look what they've done in the past. It's incredible. What's this catching up with them, and I think going forward is going to bite them a little bit. Not everybody wants to go live where that university is located, in the middle of all that mess. It's not in a good location. And if you go recruiting there and you go sit down, you drive through that, you don't want to deal with that. When you can go to some of these other universities and look what they have to offer, I think that kind of does get them. I could be completely wrong on that.
I think even more than that is the state income tax at 13%.
That's part of it.
That's insane. Like, there's no doubt that's the reason there's a lot of homelessness and there's such a wage gap between the highest eurners and the middle class. There is no really middle class in California.
Just me personally, if I was lived out there and it was between Oregon and Southern Cal, I'm going to Oregon. That just fits me better than that city.
I'm going to Florida. I'm going to Texas.
No, I'm saying if you had those two to pick from, that's the only two.
And then I would still go
there. Oregon's a great job. You got all the money in the world. They can recruit nationally. They got all the uniforms. I get that. I get Notre Dame. I get Michigan. I kind of get all of them. I think they all should be there.
Yeah, they should.
I think they all should be in the top tier, to be honest. I don't think there's a lot separating any of these schools, especially with Michigan. Without the last 4 years, we can take that off the thing.
I see the Florida LSU argument. LSU's got one school they go against. I mean, they don't have anybody they go against. It's LSU, and that's it. Florida, you got Miami, you got FSU. Let's go to Oklahoma. What about Oklahoma? In the past, yeah. Look at the national championship, Heisman Trophy winners, everything, the population. But they do a lot of the recruiting in Texas. I get that. I guess I can get it.
I think they're moving to the SEC hurt more than any other team. I mean, I just don't think they were ready to be competitive in the SEC. I still don't believe in this team. I know I hate saying that. I think Venables is a good guy. I just don't know if he's a great head coach. And I think this is a big year for them. They got a new AD. If they don't win, 9, 10 games, and the amount of money they put into that roster, he could be gone.
All right. I think you could put them in the silver. This is the third level of the greatest jobs in college football. And we all know the first level is Texas, LSU, Ohio State, Georgia, and Alabama. That's the elite job. I mean, the diamond jobs. The elite jobs, Notre Dame, Michigan, Oregon, USC, Florida, Oklahoma, Penn State, Texas A&M. Now, the silver jobs, and this is it. The rest of them are not good jobs as far as this survey. Clemson, 3.8. Tennessee, 3.8. Small state, not a lot of recruiting there, but you're in the southeastern region is okay. Miami, 3.8. Florida State, 3.6. Auburn, 3.6. I'm going to give you some examples later. Auburn's one of the elite jobs in the country. That's a great job. I don't care what anybody says. You can win at Auburn. What do you think about these?
The one that jumps out to me is if Clemson is a 3.6 or 8,
3.8,
whatever you said, that must mean Dabo's a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
Because I've been to Clemson. I've seen a game in person there. The environment is unbelievable. I've been to Auburn. That's impressive too. But they got to be doing something right. And everybody loves Clemson. I'm talking about Clemson. Everybody loves Clemson this year. Oh, yeah, they're going to compete. Cade Klubnik is going to win the Heisman. I don't know. We'll see. But they got to be doing something right because they played Alabama, 4 years in a row for the national championship?
And won 2 of them.
Yeah.
And won 2 of them. So they got to be doing something right.
That was the height of the Saban dynasty. That wasn't some tail end where he was.
That's when Saban had some of his best teams.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And South Carolina's a small state.
Yeah.
And they got South Carolina there also. Tennessee, a small state. I think that's the reason they used to be a powerhouse back in the 50s and 60s. They were good. They've always been pretty good. Miami, nobody goes to get. This is the only one I have I get it, the location. You got all these great athletes. You got NFL players. The administration, I guess, is wanting to win national championships because they're spending all kind of money for players. They got the money to do that. It's just, but the fans, the support, I guess if they start winning, they'll show back up. But hardly anybody goes to their games.
That was always that's always been true. That's not a recent phenomenon.
Why would you build a stadium out in the middle of nowhere?
It's not out in the middle of nowhere.
Do they not have the money to build a stadium on campus?
They need to. I mean, I think that's what kind of separates them from some of these upper tier,
They could build one like Southern Mississippi, and they maybe would pack that out.
I tell you what I think hurts Miami. When they were good for so long, I mean, they won 5 national championships with 3 different coaches in 12 years. I mean, that was a factory for a while there. I just don't think their team, their players per se, buy into the us against the world mentality like they used to. Because I used to watch Miami, and I could tell, I used to say to myself, I can tell within 3 or 4 plays if they're going to go out there and they're just going to destroy these teams. They'd go down to kickoff and they would just destroy some. Just light them up. It's this team that they're playing has no shot.
Right.
None. And you just don't see that fire that they used to play with. I mean, I'm not necessarily a Miami fan, but I mean, they were phenomenal for a long time. I mean, Those players still exist. They still go play in Florida.
And they exist in Miami. High schools.
What's the problem? I mean,
most of the time they kept those kids home, but when you lose a Jeremiah Smith and you lose those guys that they're losing to, the Alabamas, Georgias, Ohio States of the world, that makes their life a lot easier. But Jimmy Johnson was able to, keep those Miami players home and then go out and recruit those, cherry pick those national guys that really complemented.
Let's talk about the diamonds of Bay County. These are the elite jobs of Bay County, and that is Vandy Roofing. General contracting, they design it, they build it, commercial, residential. But if you're looking for a beautiful, outstanding roof that'll last forever, it's Vandy Roofing. Kyle does such a wonderful job. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on the ESPN Northwest Florida. You want a roof, go local, go Vandy Roofing. They are incredible. And nobody is more diamond level than Steve's Bike Shop. He's the coach of Mosley swim team, does an incredible job with that. But this is what tells you how good they are. They've been in business since 1979. 1979, they had a bike shop right across the street from Sam's. Electrical bikes are taking over. I saw one this morning coming to work. They're taking over the world. He's got a huge selection of electrical bikes. If you're a hunter, you can get an all-wheel electrical bike, go out in the woods, hunt, and have a great time. Chad Mitchell says get one. If you got a health issue, got joint issues, anything, need problems, get that bike, pedal out, coming back, turn the electricity on, you're in good shape. They work on them, they sell them, they do everything at Steve's Bike Shop. They're incredible. Turpro Pest Control, you want that yard look like a golf course? Patrick can make it happen. You got insects getting in your house, he can make them go away. He'll come up with a game plan both ways and do an incredible job for you. Listen to Patrick right here, 8:30 every Monday on ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back, we got Alabama head football coach Nick Saban. Is he getting back? Is it LSU? Is it Oklahoma? Is it Michigan? Where will Nick be coaching next year? We'll tell you when we get back.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Likely thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind 8 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and a high of 93. Tonight, look for a variety of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with a temperature near 78. Tomorrow, a high around 85 and some sun in the morning, but otherwise definite thunderstorms. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hi, folks. It's Tracy from Tracy's Fine Jewelry. Christmas is just around the corner, and to help everyone get ready for Christmas, we've stocked the store and slashed the prices. All natural and lab-created diamond jewelry is on sale now from 30 to 40% off. All diamond rings, earrings, pendants, necklaces, and bracelets. Plus, we have the largest selection of certified diamonds in town. And with just 20% down, we'll hold your sparkle until Christmas. Tracy's Fine Jewelry takes the stress out of the holidays, so shop now where Santa shops during our Christmas and July sale at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Krispy Kreme Donuts has unveiled a new donut collection with a heroic twist. In partnership with Warner Brothers Discovery, it's the Hungry for Heroes collection. Choose from Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, DC Comics' most iconic heroes. Available now at Krispy Kreme Donuts in front of HCA Hospital on 23rd Street in Panama City and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme Donuts since 1937, where you get them hot.
Put down your natural light. It's time for the Alabama Update. The Alabama Update, weekday mornings at 8. On the Coach James Hale Show at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Alabama Update is brought to you by the legendary Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. I love Jason. The guy's the most honest, hard-working guy out there. He started this business, family-owned. They've knocked it out of the ballpark, home run, throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Anytime, day or night, they're there for you. And I'll say it again. The biggest, to me, one of the greatest things I've ever heard about one of our sponsors, I'm actually walking in J. Michael's restaurant. A guy's walking out. He goes, Coach, I listen to your show all the time. He said, I'm going to tell you something happened. He said, I've got a heating and unit from somebody else. And I said, I call them. It's going to take them 4 or 5 days to get to my house. I remember what you said about Stephenson's air conditioning. That called them. They came out. They did a great job. I thought it was going to cost me a lot of money. It didn't. He said, they got a customer for life. That's how good they are, man. Stephenson Air Conditioning. You've used them.
Absolutely.
We got them in the studio, both studios. We have them in my house. I got a brand new unit for them. They are the most honest, hardworking people out there. They truly care about customer service. They care about you. They're going to do the best you can. They don't try to steal every penny out of your pocket. No. They do great work.
It's the only company I've ever called, and I've had issues during the summer that'll come out the next day. It's not 5 days down the road, and it saved me a tremendous amount of money. I know I'm sounding like I'm being part of the commercial, but this is just honesty. My bill was about $400 a month. I went with Stevenson Air Conditioning and just upgraded my unit.
Yeah,
it's down to about $225, so I'm saving over $200 a month.
Yeah,
over the 2-year period, that's paid for, and I get a cooler house. I feel better. I doesn't put a lot of stress on the air conditioner unit. So I truly believe in what they're doing, and he is a great dude. He grew up in Panama
Jason
City.
actually was the guy that, this was way back, came into our house, and he showed me things I didn't really know about: the doors, the windows, what you can do if you got. Sometimes you could lose air underneath your door. If you got an older home, things you need to fix. But the guy is incredible. They're great people. Yeah. Stevenson Air Conditioning, not even close. Go with local companies. All right, let's get into the Alabama update. The big deal was the media days, SEC media days. Saban rumored to return to coaching on SEC media days. Greg McElroy, the former Alabama quarterback, now he's the analyst for ESPN, calls the games for ESPN and ABC. He mentioned it from a source that in the know. This source is in the know with Nick Saban. Said that look out, Nick Saban could be back in coaching next year. Feinbaum threw water on that real quick. I don't believe that rumor. I don't think it's true. Why would he? He made some great points, Feinbaum did. Nick Saban's wealthy. He owns multiple car dealerships. He makes money off that, okay? They do it. I went to one up there right near Jamie's house. They just run really well. It's organized. They work hard. I mean, they do a great job there. He's making unbelievable money there. He's made unbelievable amount of money. They're paying him $500,000 a year just to entertain the big money boosters, Alabama. I'd like to have $500,000 a year just sit up in the stadium and visit with people.
Plus that ESPN contract's got to be in the $20 million range.
ESPN Game Day making good money. He doesn't need the money, but I will say this: he is a different animal.
Right.
I talked to Daniel, and he said, Coach, he'll watch, and nobody, be honest, you did it. You were up there. You coached college football. I remember Coach Collins, Coach Carmody, and Coach Carmody's a great coach. I worked for him at Southern Mississippi, and he watched film, but nobody really likes to do that every second of the day. Saban will do that. He's a control freak. He's got to sign off on everything, every recruit, everything. And you get tired sitting there watching film after film, and you got to watch a lot to get the best players in the country. That's the reason they're so good. The attention to detail, this man is incredible. He's not like a human. Why would he want to do that at 73 years old, get back in this rat race? But it's a fine ball. He's the greatest coach of all time. Why in the world would he return to college football? Well, let's look at it this way. I started thinking about this. Bill Belichick is regarded as the greatest NFL coach of all time. He's got more Super Bowls than anybody. He got a 25-year-old girlfriend, future wife, whatever. He's wealthy. Why is he still doing it? And he went from the NFL to North Carolina.
Is that a shot at Miss Terry? She's not 25 years old. Is that what are you trying to say?
Oh, no. Miss Terry's beautiful. Yeah, no. I don't know if she would sign off on it. She says she's enjoying him being around home anymore. She would have to sign off on it. Here's what I think happened. Just I don't know anything. Just what I kind of think happened. I think when they got put into the Hall of Fame down in the great state of Louisiana, LSU Jeff, I hope you heard that. When he was there, you know good and well the big money boys that he knew before, they stroked him. Hey, if this doesn't work out, we'd love whatever. I don't know this. I just know how humans are. Shake his hand, loving on him. We want you, man. You need to come back here. Kelly can't get it done. So it's just natural to think if LSU falls apart this year and the LSU job comes open, I guarantee you they'll call him, they'll ask him, we'll pay you any amount of money, come back to LSU. You know for a fact you win a national championships there. And even CBS came out with their top 5 schools that Saban would take, that he's got on his list. Well, whatever it is. Let me find it and I'll pull it up for you if I can find it. I can't find it.
So what would Alabama fans think if Saban coach somewhere else? I mean, it'd be a riot.
They named the field after him. They gave him a house. He's a king.
Burn the country down.
He's like the king of the state. He could run for governor and win it. Yeah, that'd be some hard feelings.
Well, Tommy Tuberville's about to run for governor.
He's going to win.
Yeah.
If Saban doesn't, Tommy will win. But you're right, Randy. That's a great point you made. I even thought about that. Man, what am I going to – I mean, it's going to piss off a lot of people.
So what happens when LSU goes, say he takes the LSU job, goes into Tuscaloosa to play on a field named
after it. You're making some great points there.
That'd be good.
I mean, I wonder how quick they would they'd go out there and dig that turf up. You know,
it's already being done.
They scrape the name off the Saban field. No, but I get that what some of these poor Greg's saying, because he probably does. He sits up and watches the games with the boosters. He's up there and he's charting plays and stuff. I mean, he's still coaching. And even the running back, the great running back they had that played for the Patriots, I can't think of his name right now. He said it won't shock me a bit.
Lane Kiffin said something yesterday.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin says stuff just to say things. Yeah, I get it.
No, but he was.
It won't shock me. It won't shock me if he does it. It won't, because he's just wired different. Now, I'll be disappointed if he's not at Alabama. Here are the schools, the top 5 schools they came out with. LSU would be the number 1 job he would take. Number 2, Michigan. They say he was in the Big Ten.
Not a snowball's chance.
He wasn't the big daddy at Michigan. Michigan's getting ready to get on probation. I don't see him going to Michigan.
There's no way.
Number 3, Florida State. Florida State does not have the money. I don't see him going to Florida State, and there's no way that would happen. Texas Tech, he knows that billionaire. They've become friends. I don't see that happening. And number 5, why they put this, I have no way. Why do they even put this one in there? North Carolina. What's Bill going to do? Quit? Come on in, Nick. Take over next year?
To me, if this has any legs, it would be Alabama or LSU. If DeBoer somehow goes, 7-5 this year, and Alabama boosters come to him and be like, "Look,
we got to have you back.
We got to have you back. Maybe 2-3 years. Would you do it? And we'll pay you $15 million a year."
Yeah,
I can see that. Same way with LSU. If Brian Kelly somehow flames out this next year, the boosters come to him. I don't see any other school he would go to.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I think it would ruin his legacy, to be honest, if he failed at any other school.
Now NFL. He was a failure, if you want to call that a failure. Didn't have the success he's used to in the NFL. Would he go to the NFL? Would he go to work for Jerry? Would he go to the Patriots? Would he go to the Steelers? I don't know. Would he do the NFL just with his ego to say, look, I did get it done in both. Jimmy Johnson won a national championship and he won a Super Bowl. Does he want to do that? I don't know.
I personally he just wants to coach that bad. I just don't see him as an NFL guy. I mean, it's a completely different type of coaching. You're more of a manager of egos. You're not really the head guy. It's a players' league. I mean,
it had to be a perfect situation.
Yeah, and I just don't see that as to fit his personality. Same as the type of guy that wants to impact young lives.
What if Andy Reid stepped down and he went to the Chiefs?
Be tough. Be tough for me to see that fit. NFL is just a totally different game.
Set up to that's not.
That would be set up to win right there.
Yeah, that one.
Nick Saban.
If I was a coach and
Patrick
I had that
Mahomes.
Opportunity, I wouldn't mind having that.
But you can't coach hard in the NFL. It just does not happen. There's no hard-nosed, old school, defensive-minded coaches in the NFL. They're all players, coaches. They all have, they're more managers than they are coaches. X and O's are limited because you rely on your coordinators way too much. I mean, you get one or two guys like Andy Reid that call plays, but they're few and far between.
It won't shock me if he does it because the way he's just different than most people.
Yeah.
But the reason I don't think he's going to do it, he loves golf. And he didn't get to play it just that he didn't go to Bay Point to play golf. He plays the best golf courses in the world. They want him there.
Right.
He didn't even have to pay. They want him there. He's a celebrity. They want Nick Saban at their golf course.
Could Hugh Freeze be in his foursome?
No, Hugh Freeze might be a better golfer, but Saban, I heard Saban's gotten good. But he's got that golf. He loves golf. He's happy. You see him smiling now. He didn't have that pressure on him.
He doesn't need the money.
He
makes more money calling games and being on ESPN than he would be coaching a college team.
When I saw that, I'm saying like somebody's trying a little hard to get the clickbait here. I just don't see him doing it. I just don't. If he were young, like we said it before the show, if he was like 55 or something, maybe I could see it. He's 73 years old. He's conquered every world he needs to conquer. He doesn't have to prove anything to anyone as far as my ability to coach. Why would he do it?
The only reason I give it some validity is because it came from Greg McElroy's mouth. I mean,
then you heard some other players that they interviewed, and they were like, I kind of think
he wouldn't just
too.
throw that out there for clicks. He knows Saban pretty well. I mean,
and he knows the people that Saban's around.
Right.
So he's connected with the right people.
Throws out there for entertainment purposes because that's a big statement.
But I think you knocked it out. I think there's only two jobs, and we could be crazy, but maybe who knows? But I'm with you. It's LSU or Alabama if it's anything.
Yeah. I can't see him going any other place. Even some of these lower tier teams like Florida State, you win a national championship there? I don't see it. I mean, he could, but you're talking years of recruiting to kind of make up for what they've lost, and I just don't have the money.
They don't have the money that he wants.
You can get, one of the best coaches in the history of the game over there. I just don't think they have the money to compete.
LSU is a great. People have no clue how great job that is.
There was some unfinished business there. He left there a little early, and he even said that.
Just got put in the Hall of Fame there.
Yeah, so I could see that one.
And like Randy pointed out, that would break some hearts, man. That would ruin some things.
That would do it.
The Saban DeBoer.
Well, kind of like rivalry. It ruined him when remember how he got treated when first time Alabama went to LSU to play down there? It was crazy. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Again, I want to talk about Stevenson Air Conditioning. If you want to save money on your power bill, you want your house to get cooled off, you go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. They'll come out anytime, day or night for you there. Locals taking care of locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Also, don't forget about the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, the coldest beer, the special days, black beans and rice and quesadillas. Go check it out. You'll absolutely love it. It's like a museum in there. The legendary, the man in black, the one himself, Jay Michaels. Love that guy. Beef Braised, Lynn Haven. I'll talk more about that in just a second. But you over in Lynn Haven, go see Russ and Amber. Go buy you some jewelry. Get it designed like you want it. Get it clean. You can do anything you want with Russ and Amber. David Adams Designer Jewelry over in Lynn Haven. Dr. Ward, love that man. Listen tomorrow, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly if it doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. Don't play around. Go make an appointment with Dr. Ward. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. We get back. We got the Auburn Tigers.
Boom! A 2-run home run.
The Atlanta Braves are back.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
And ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for Braves country.
He just wrecked that thing. Straightaway center, a homer for Riley.
Sales, Strider, Acuna, Ozzie, Riley, Profar, and Coach Snitker lead a stellar lineup. Listen live nights and weekends on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Likely thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind 8 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and the high of 93. Tonight, look for a variety of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with a temperature near 78. Tomorrow, a high around 85 and some sun in the morning, but otherwise definite thunderstorms. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Take your next adventure in an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
You don't know what his problem is. But it's probably hard to pronounce and untreatable.
That don't feel so good.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, hey, Martha King, James Jenner. All you Auburn Tiger fans throughout the Panhandle, Florida, War Eagle. You ought to be proud of what's going on in Auburn Tigers. Hugh Freeze just took off and just answered his last question at SEC Media Days, and he'll make his way down to Radio Row and answer more questions.
Did he have his clubs with him?
He did not have his clubs with him. Did a good job addressing. I listened to some of it, did a good job. Auburn, I think Auburn's going to have a good year this year. I think they're going to put everything to rest, all the golfing, everything else. I think the season is going to play out for good things for Auburn and Hugh Freeze. I really believe that. I think Auburn's one of the great jobs in college football. Before I get into Auburn, I got to talk about something great. You talking about great people. I surround myself with great people. I mean, Jim Brand coached me for years, helped us win. Randy builds an unbelievable station here out of nothing. We survived the hurricane. Jason Kovaleski, Max Sports Nutrition, local. Great people. You hang around with great people, you come better yourself. Pat Perno, the city commissioner of Lynn Haven, does an unbelievable job. What a great man he truly is. He trains up his employees to treat you like family. You walk in there, you love going in to be for Braves. Lynn Haven, the food's great, but it's the way they treat you. They never have a bad day. You go into business one time, and the employee blows it, you can upset somebody, and they never come back. That will never happen at Beef Braves. They treat you great. They always got a smile on their face. You're going to get great customer service. You're going to get great food. Go out to Beef Braves, have a wonderful time, and tell them Coach sent you. All right, let's talk about Auburn. Why is it such a wonderful job? Auburn's had 4 losing seasons in a row. Do you realize they averaged the 11th best average attendance in home football games in the nation? In the nation. They had a losing season 4 times in a row, and they still up there the best in the country, people going to football games. Here are the best in the country. At number 1, we all know them. They just, 2 years ago, they won the national championship. They cheated to get it, but they won it. Nah, they did a good job. Michigan, 110,546. At number 2 out of the Big Ten. Penn State, they're in the playoffs. They made the playoffs, 108,375. Ohio State Buckeyes, they lose 2 games in the regular season. They get in the playoffs, they destroy everybody. They average 104,816 a game. Texas A&M, another great job. They didn't have a great year. They averaged 102,847. Texas made the playoffs, had one of their better years in a long time. They averaged 102,386. Tennessee, they make the playoffs. They averaged 101,915. And at number 7, had a terrible year, losing season. 9-4 is a losing season at Alabama. They had 100,077 for every home game. LSU didn't have the year they wanted to have. They only averaged 99,516. Now, their stadium's a lot bigger than that, but that's what they average home attendance. Georgia, they made the playoffs. They won the SEC. They averaged 93,033. Florida Gators, a great job, 90,017. And they won 8 games. But the Auburn Tigers at number 11, with 4 consecutive years, they averaged 88,430. If you've ever been to a game there, you know what we're talking, especially a SEC big game. Jim, you went to an Akron game there, which I'm not cutting you down. It's just not a big game for the people in the SEC. They do it right.
It was during the day,
Yeah. The Eagle, when they let that
tremendous environment. Oh my goodness!
When they let that Eagle out and he goes around and he hits that ground, hits that whatever they put down there,
right?
And they go Warrior. That's something you just don't see every day.
I gotta be honest. I'm a Northerner. I've seen that on TV. It's about a bazillion times better in person than it is on TV, because the Eagle came over our head. It was like in the second deck behind us, and it flies over, and it's like, how the heck do they train that thing to do that? I mean,
really?
And it lands dead center, 50 yards, like you said, the
place goes crazy.
They go crazy. It's way better in person than it is on TV.
You need it if you love college football. If you ever can go to an Iron Bowl at either stadium, especially at Auburn, you got to go. You got to go watch it. They're insane. They're crazy. Fan bases. This is a few fan bases will not be satisfied. And this is this is not us saying, I disagree with this, but this is what some of these experts say. Hugh Freeze, he's going to reach his goal of making a bowl game this year. But that's not going to make the Auburn fan base happy. He made this comment, which he's smart. He goes, we got to keep putting back together great recruiting years. He put together 2 great recruiting years. Right now it's not going like they want. And he said, we got year 3, we got to make it to a bowl game. We got to make it to a bowl game. Well, year 1 he made it and got beat. Got to make it to a bowl game. Well, they got him projected to go, Auburn to go to the Liberty Bowl. Going to Liberty Bowl, and you're an Auburn person, not going to make you happy. They got, Athlon Sports got Auburn going to Liberty Bowl playing Kansas. That's not going to fire up your fan base. Same thing with Oklahoma fan base. Oklahoma's coach on the hot seat also. They got Oklahoma going to the Texas Bowl playing Iowa State. That ain't going to make their fan base happy. South Carolina, they're talking about them being a playoff team. They got them going to Quest Bowl playing Indiana. Their fan base is going to be upset. Tennessee, in the Mayo Bowl, you got to go to the playoffs last year. You got destroyed by the national champs. They're not going to be happy with the Mayo Bowl playing SMU. Ole Miss, I think Ole Miss can be better than what people think. I love their quarterback. They got them going to the Music City Bowl playing Nebraska. That's not going to make them happy whatsoever. Hugh Freeze has to win 8 games to keep his job, I believe. I truly believe that. I think he does. I think they win. I got a feeling they're going to win 8 or I think they're going to win 9. I think they're going to get to 9. They also, this is going to deal with Auburn fans also. They picked the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Cam Newton was unbelievable. I'll never forget the LSU game, the Cam back against Alabama, the national championship game. The guy was he was unbelievable. You got to give him credit. But he came in 3rd best quarterback ever. I don't know if you guys agree with this or not. The number 1 quarterback all time, Joe Burrow.
Is this for the SEC you were talking about?
This is
or just in general?
In general.
They got the greatest season.
But it's a lot favored SEC.
Career, I don't know about that.
Well, he wins the national. Had one of the best teams
one of the
ever.
Best years ever. I mean, but
you see the statistics that year.
I agree, but the statistics before that were average at best.
Yeah. All right, they got him at number 1. Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, number 2. You got to give him credit now. He did a lot of good long hair, blonde head, long hair.
He had a better career than Tim Tebow, though.
I was shocked where Tebow. What about the guy before him that beat Alabama in the playoffs? What's his name? He hadn't done anything in the NFL.
Sean Watson.
He was unbelievable too. Now
he won national championships.
Louisville's quarterback. What about Louisville? Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Vince Young.
Is this in the history?
Okay, Vince Young made it.
Vince Young.
Here's number. Number 3. Here's number 3. Cam Newton. And this now they didn't say career. They said this one season.
I
whatever.
have him above Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence just didn't wow me.
I got Cam Newton up there too. I think Cam Newton was unbelievable. Number 4. This is number 4. How can you do this? Are you kidding me? Number 4, Tim Tebow. He is college football.
Yeah.
I got Tim number 1. Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
I just love him. He's about leadership, quarterback ability, everything. He's incredible. And number 5, Michael Vick. And number 6, come on, Johnny Football. He won the Heisman when they went in Tuscaloosa and beat Alabama. That's when he won the Heisman in 2012.
You're right.
But
he won it on that one scramble play. That's
your top 6 greatest quarterbacks.
Don't have to agree.
I don't agree with it.
I was just thinking about something. You talk about Hugh Freeze has got to win this, got to win that. I was just thinking in my mind. Let's just say, just for be devil's advocate here, just for sake of argument, they won 6 games total, but they beat Georgia and they beat Alabama. What do you do then? What do you do with Hugh Freeze?
If he beats Alabama at the end of the year and beats Georgia and he wins 6, they're going to give him another year. At the end of the year, they beat Alabama, he's going to get another year.
See, that's what I think, too. Yeah. So I've always said with them, who do you beat?
That's important.
Who do you beat and how do you beat them? Or
who do you lose to?
4th and 39 or whatever. We went to the 2-9. That was
we can go back last year. Ryan Day, he was gone. He was fired. He was done. And then he pulled the rabbit out of the hat.
They got focused.
That's the best thing. It doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. That's the best thing about Ohio State losing to Michigan. The best thing that happened. They had their own players meeting. They got on the same page, and they played up their ability, and they destroyed everybody. They shouldn't. I mean, being quite honest with you, they shouldn't have lost the game that year. No, they should have beat Oregon. They should have beat Michigan. Come on.
Doesn't matter. We got the natty.
I want to get this in before I got a little time. Since 2015, there have been teams that win 60-plus games, conference games, not the cupcakes, conference games. Here they are. Alabama, Clemson, Michigan, Penn State, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Georgia, Boise State, Appalachian State, Iowa, and Oregon. I never would have thought about Boise and Appalachian State. I wouldn't have thought about those. So that's some pretty good football right there. Yeah. If you're on that list right there, you did some pretty good things. It's hard to win football games. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Again, love you, Pat. City Commissioner Lynn Haven, the guy's incredible. Nobody does it better than Pat Perno. Get out to Beef Braves, have a wonderful time. El Rodeo Tequila Bar Grill, right across the street in Navy Base. They got one on Front Beach Road now. Dave is doing a great job. Happy hour, the best anywhere. Buy one, get one free. Draft beer, house wine. Margarita, this is where everybody's having birthday parties. Huge facility. Go have your good birthday party down there. Have a great time. The legendary Jay Michaels, Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Newbies. We'll be right back on 104.3 ESPN Northwest.
It's here. 4.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Tired of flipping through channels and finding nothing good? Introducing Scorpion TV. Over 5,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch 400 local network channels from Panama City and most markets throughout the country. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. It's more than sports. Scorpion TV offers premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, 200 plus entertainment and news networks, or watch thousands of movies on demand, all for just $45 a month when you use the ESPN NW promo code at checkout. Watch on up to 5 devices at the same time. Perfect for sharing with family and friends. Scorpion TV gives you everything you want for less. Cut the cord, not the fun. To score Scorpion TV, go to ESPNPC.com and click on the Scorpion TV logo. Don't forget our promo code ESPN NW.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. What's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Just Penn State.
And welcome back. Welcome live on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Miss Eddie says, hey, Kirby Smart's not very smart. Why don't you just change the signals? Dumb coaches.
Yeah.
So I guess Michigan's admitting that they did cheat.
They cheated.
They just cheated.
Not only that he's admitting that it's not just Ohio State and Michigan fans. I mean, Michigan State fans.
All right, most Big Ten NFL draft picks since 2020. Buckeye boys. Who is the number one college football team out of the Big Ten?
Michigan.
Ohio State.
Wow. Number one. Here we go. Since 2020. Number one, the Michigan Wolverines. 52 players have been drafted since 2020. That's pretty incredible. Number two, the Ohio State Buckeyes, 50. Now, okay, they've got some guys that could have gone this year, couldn't because they were sophomores. They would have. Ohio State would have had the most. Number three, it dropped. Look, it goes from 52 to 50. Then it drops all the way down to 38, and that's Penn State came in at third. Number four, I thought they'd be a lot higher than this. Oregon only had 34. Penn State 38, Oregon 34. Iowa, then it kind of drops. That's the reason I say the Big Ten is so top heavy. The best conference top heavy, probably got to give it to them. They won the national championship. You got to give it to them. Top to bottom, still the SEC. Iowa 24, USC only 24, UCLA. I didn't think they had that many. 22. Washington 21, Wisconsin 19, Maryland 19, Minnesota 8. I'm sorry, Maryland, Minnesota 18 apiece. That's a huge drop off from 52 to 18. But Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, who've been the four best teams in the country the last couple of years. Those four teams right there, and they got the guys on. They play Saturday, got the ability to play on Sunday. We got a phone call. Let's take this. I think we got some Hall of Fame guys on the phone right now. This phone call should be recorded for all time. You don't get people like this on the phone call. I feel privileged. Yeah. I feel honored. Two Hall of Famers. I can't say enough good things about these guys. Good morning, gentlemen. Royalty. This is royalty.
We had to call 3 or 4 times just to get Randy to answer.
Yeah, I saw it on the caller ID.
Hey, he was following orders.
All right, here's the real question. What hole are you guys on?
Yeah, what are y'all doing?
We're finished. We're done. Oh, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
I had a couple things. First off, you talk about Auburn being such a great place to play. I never found that so.
It is. Hey, I'm telling you right now. Hey, Conrad, I got a feeling. It's just a gut. I don't know why. I just got a gut feeling Auburn's going to beat Georgia at Auburn. I don't know why. I just kind of think that's going to happen.
So you've got diarrhea, is what you're telling me.
So you don't feel that way, huh?
No. Now, back in the day, back when I was playing, whoever the home team was lost. We swapped year to year. You won at the other guy's place.
Yeah.
But you were talking about some of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. I know this puts back a little age on us, but people forget about him.
Fran Tarkenton.
Tennessee, Condredge Holloway was one fantastic quarterback.
Yeah.
Danny Werfel.
Pat Dye from Auburn. I mean, not Pat Dye. Pat Sullivan. You remember Pat Sullivan?
Oh, yeah. I know Pat, yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Now, how about Archie?
Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't our list. That wasn't our list.
With those guys myself.
That list was made by a 25-year-old.
I saw Condredge Holloway in the first college football game I ever saw. He was quarterback at Tennessee, and he was something else, man. You couldn't tackle him. You couldn't tackle him.
What about Ken Stabler?
Yeah, Kenny Stabler, the run in the mud. He could throw, he could run, he could do it all.
Go back to Fran Tarkenton.
Go back to Joe Namath when he was healthy. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I still think Danny Werfel was the best high school quarterback I've ever seen.
The best that ever plays that doesn't get the press, but it's unbelievable. Glenn Manley. You should have seen Glenn play in quarterback. He was incredible.
I couldn't see over the line.
That's okay.
I was even on the extra points when they were bent down in the stands. We were so sure it wasn't the position, wasn't quarterback, it was penny back. That's right.
Hey, I got to tell Brant this. One of our favorite plays, a little counter play we used to run. You pull the guard and tackle. I saw Conrad do that versus Georgia. He looked good. I was shocked. He can move. I didn't think he could move like that. He was big. You were good. I couldn't believe that. You were good.
That's right. That's for the 9D operations in the 14.
Yeah.
14D operations.
Now, I will say this. He didn't look near as good as his son, but he did look good. He did look good.
No, Jared's the football player of the family.
Yeah. No doubt. Who won the golf game today?
Tied. We always tie.
All
We
right.
just don't have to kiss each other. Yeah.
Give us a little weather update. Was it brutal? Was it brutal out there this morning?
Not yet, but it's good. It's getting there. It's good. But yeah, we teed off at 6:15. So.
Well, Glenn, tomorrow you got the local update, but I saw something. I guess you probably want to talk about tomorrow, but some local guys are doing pretty good around here. Andy Siegel's Bears doing pretty good.
Yeah, I got some information on that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me ask you two Hall of Fame here. What do you think that's going on with Nick Saban? Where is he going to land? Is he going to go back to coaching? What do you two think?
Why would he go through that aggravation? I don't think he's going to go. No.
See, I don't think so either.
He's having way too much fun to quit.
Yeah, I don't think he is either.
We shall see.
Yeah. If he did, I would be totally shocked.
He goes to LSU. He's going to break some people's heart. The people that love him the most, he's going to turn upset.
AKA me.
Yeah.
Well, they keep saying he might go to Auburn. There ain't no way he's going to go to Auburn.
Oh, he ain't going to Auburn.
That's like Urban going to Michigan. It's a no bueno.
No.
He would burn his house down at Lake Martin if he.
Yeah. Hey, did you?
He was going to bring him in as a defensive coordinator.
I don't know how that worked, man. Kirby telling Nick. Oh, did you know Will Muschamp? Conrad? What's the insight on that? He's not coaching this year. What happened?
No, he just wants to take more time with his family and see his son. His son's a redshirt freshman at Vanderbilt.
Well, wasn't his son at Georgia as a walk-on, and then he went? Did he go to Vandy? I thought he was going to go to Georgia.
He was at Georgia. He actually played in that. Some plays in that TCU national championship game.
Yeah. Okay.
And but he went to Vanderbilt. They asked him to come up there. So that's when Will decided he didn't want to see him play too, because he's getting to actually play at Vandy.
Right. Well, that's what it is, and okay.
And Will's got $26 million coming to him between South Carolina and Florida. He doesn't need the money.
Yeah, he got manly money. He can do whatever he wants.
I got monopoly money.
Somebody keeps posting these pictures of this dang gray bear. You see Manley's picture of his dog? It was like a grizzly bear right there, gray grizzly bear. Unbelievable.
Dog's bigger than his.
I know it.
Hey, listen, Glenn, did you see the latest? It was on SI's magazine. Did you see that? It says coaches with younger women. They were number 2 and number 1. Number 1 is Bill Belichick. Number 2 is Glenn Manley. I guess the age difference in their wives. I don't know what it was. I haven't read all of it yet.
Don't get that out of there, because as soon as I get home, somebody's already called me.
All right. What else y'all got for us?
We're okay, man. We're just waiting for the big game on Alabama and Florida State.
Yeah, August 20th. August 30th.
Georgia and Austin Peay. I'll be at the Georgia Marshall games opening day, so I'll give you a report on that one.
Well, they came out with they had it wrong, Jim, and I went back to this research and I got it right. The one of them we posted that was wrong, I went and got because you made a comment, so I went and looked it up. And here's the correct one. Y'all bear with us a second. Here are your 10 true. This is the true list. 10 highest paid coaches in college football this year. Brian Kelly, $9.9 million this year, not 10. North Carolina, Belichick, even $10 million. USC, Riley, $10 million. DeBoer at Alabama, $10.25 million. And Deion Sanders at number 6, Colorado, $10.8 million. Now, Stark is a little bit more than that. And then Oregon's coach, Lanning, just got a raise. He's making $11 million a year. Clemson Sweeney's making $11.13 million a year. And Brian Day, with a new contract, is at number 2, $12.5 million a year. Georgia, Kirby Smart, $13.280 million a year. Hey, can you live okay in Athens, making almost $14 million a year? You okay?
I think you can live anywhere. Well, part of that goes to the police officers to get out of
That's true. Boy, isn't that the truth?
Well, that's Conrad giving all that money to buy those little cars for him.
Oh, man. All right, we better let you go.
All right, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow, Glenn. Bye, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you.
All right. And we had the show going great, you know. Glenn
and the riff-raff call.
They threw a flag on me. Maybe mess up. Best how much time we got? Best non-conference football games. This by some other publication. I don't agree with this one. Number 10. This is supposed to be one of the best games in college football. Well, non-conference maybe. I don't think so. SMU, TCU. I'm sorry. Come on. Pitt at number 9, Pitt, West Virginia. That didn't turn me on. Number 8, this is a biggie. Kansas, Missouri. Doesn't do anything for me. Number 7, Texas A&M, Notre Dame. Yeah. I like that one.
A little bit.
I can like that one. Number 6, Tennessee, North Carolina.
No thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think they played. It's TCU, North Carolina.
Even worse.
Even worse.
Are you kidding?
Here are your top 5. Michigan, Oklahoma.
I'm interested in that one.
I want to see that. Clemson, South Carolina. They play every year.
Yeah.
Florida, Miami. Looking forward to that one. LSU, Clemson, absolutely. And at number 1, we all know who it is. Ohio State versus Texas. Yeah, I agree with that.
They're missing a lot of games, though. I mean,
Alabama, FSU's number 2. We all know that. Come on.
How about LSU, Clemson?
That's a huge game.
Miami, Notre Dame.
I'm going to tell you what, people don't realize how big game the Baylor-Auburn game is. That's a huge game for
I'm interested in that Miami, Notre Dame game early in the year because that's going to prove a lot for both those teams.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. Jason Kovaleski, you do an unbelievable job. You know what you're talking about. Talk about your business. And, are you still doing the meals?
Yeah, so we're still affiliated with Max Fit Meals. You can custom order off our menu. You can order on Friday, pick them up on Monday at one of our drop-off locations, which is one of Max Fit's on 23rd Street. But you can order and just walk in and grab meals from either Fitness Junkie or at Anytime Fitness in Callaway. But we do have our free InBody 570 at both locations. We have our free sample bar if you want to try a new pre-workout, new vitamin, new protein. Come in, try it out before you buy it. That way you don't buy something you don't need. And we're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Real quick, you want that yard look beautiful? We can make it happen. You got insects in your house? We can make them go away. Patrick, Turf Pro Pest Control. Number 1. Listen to Patrick every Monday, 8:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Friday, we'll have Kyle Vandergriffen here talking about roofing. We'll talk about general contractor. We'll talk about anything he wants to talk about. But if you're looking for a roof, it's Vandy Roofing and nobody else. Locals. I tell you what, I do local people. We love them. Steve's Bike Shop, he's the coach in Mosley. Swim coach does a great job there. But those bikes he has are incredible. Right across the street from Sam's. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
Jalen Hurts may be the most disrespected quarterback we have ever seen. He has championed the most unstoppable play in the history of the sport in the tush push. He's been to the Super Bowl twice, and he beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And you're going to tell me that this guy is the 9th-ranked quarterback in the NFL? Are you out of your minds?
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Likely thunderstorms and partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind 8 miles per hour out of the west-southwest and the high of 93. Tonight, look for a variety of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with a temperature near 78. Tomorrow, a high around 85 and some sun in the morning, but otherwise definite thunderstorms. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Looking for an unbeatable deal on a pre-owned ride? Head straight to Tommy Autos, 2209 West 15th Street. An amazing selection of quality used vehicles under $14,995. Our friendly sales team is geared up to help you discover the perfect match for your needs and your wallet. Plus, we guarantee a hassle-free experience. Buy here, pay here. Financing options are available, and everyone is approved. You'll find incredible value and service that shines. You gotta come to Tommy Autos, 2209 West 15th Street.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Go nuts.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We hope you have a wonderful day. Keep it right here all day long on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're getting closer and closer to high school football, college football, and you'll get all the information you'll ever need to know right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. SEC Media Day is going on. I want to ask you you guys know sports. This could actually happen. And with this committee, you can't trust them. And say you got the same situation in the Big Ten, maybe the ACC. Who cares about the Big 12? They'll get one team in. Hopefully that's all they'll get in. You got Alabama, Georgia, Texas, and LSU, and they all four of them don't play each other this year. Okay, so this could really happen. They all four finished 10-2. Okay, but for argument's sake, let's say that for whatever reason, the selection by the SEC front office is Texas and Alabama go to Atlanta and play for the SEC championship. Texas beats Alabama. Now they're 11-2. Alabama drops to 10-3. Georgia stays 10-2, and LSU stays 10-2. Who are you going to put in and who are you going to leave out? Do you penalize Alabama with the 3 losses, playing the extra game and losing a close one to Texas in the SEC championship game? You take them out, as a committee, take them out, and the 3 teams from the SEC are Texas as a champion, Georgia 10-2, and LSU with a really good team at 10-2. In the Big Ten, let's, for argument's sake, we got kind of the same thing. Ohio State goes 10-2. Oregon goes 10-2. Penn State goes 10-2. And the same thing happens there. Do all 8 of them get in? The committee's not going to let that happen. I don't trust them. I don't think they'll let that happen. And let's say in the big, you got ACC, it's Miami, it's Clemson deserved to be in.
We got SMU at 9-3.
Yeah, same.
10-2. Let's say even with the
and
other
they're going, good and well, they'll have 2 teams in the Big 12 probably with 10-2 records also. What's a committee really truly going to do? This is where the SEC doesn't trust them, and I don't think the Big Ten trusts them either.
I in that scenario, just use the SEC one first. As crazy as it sounds, I think the 3-team loss or the team with 3 losses is out.
I do too.
Regardless of how
you should have won your game.
Yeah, you had your chance and you didn't. Yeah. Even if you lose by a point or 2 points,
you
or whatever.
You get penalized for playing one more game. I'm with you. I think that's what they do.
I don't like it, but I think that's what would happen.
I'm with you.
I really do.
I'm the opposite. I think they set that precedent last year. None of the teams that lost on championship weekend got pushed out, even SMU. They all made the playoffs. They even said, the committee said, we're not going to punish the teams for losing in the championship weekend because you're playing an extra game. So why should somebody that plays an extra game that's playing?
Every team that lost the championship game got in.
Penn State lost.
But what was their record?
9-3. But Texas lost to Georgia. SMU lost to what was it? Clemson.
Yeah,
and Clemson beat them.
So who stays home? A 10-2 Georgia, 10-2 LSU.
In that scenario, I think both would get 4. You get 2 from the ACC and maybe 2 from the Big 12. That's your 12 teams right there.
In a perfect world, that would happen, but I don't know.
I don't trust them.
What happened last year?
I don't trust them.
And the committee discussed that. They said they weren't going to punish teams. If you looked at what happened with Penn State got beat by Oregon, and even though Ohio State beat Penn State head-to-head, they didn't punish them and drop them below Ohio State. They kept them above Ohio State. They actually made that a statement last year by the committee that they weren't going to punish teams that were playing in conference as long as they were already in. Now, they weren't going to jump them into the conversation and into the playoffs if they were out on the outside looking in, but if they were in, they weren't going to punish them for playing that extra game.
Okay. All right.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But they change every week.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, every year.
All right, let's go to the Big Ten. So you already answered that question. Then let's just say Oregon is the odd man standing out because they lost to, say, Ohio State. Well, they didn't play direct. So you saying Oregon would get in over Penn State?
If they lose in the championship game?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in over, but they would still get in.
Yeah.
If they're already in the playoffs. They're not going to drop them out of the playoffs if they're already in that.
Is USC going to surprise anybody and be a 10-2 team? They got Notre Dame as a non-conference game. They got the Big Ten schedule. Because you said they're going to be better. Do you think they could be the Cinderella of the Big Ten? That they could be that team?
I think they're a sleeper team, but I think they're still a year away.
They could be.
Their recruiting is on par with, the Ohio States, the Alabamas, Georgias, the Texases right now in the last 2 classes. But their best players are in that freshman class, and they got some upperclassmen players, but it's still not great on defense. I still think they're a year away, but give them a year, and I think we're going to be talking about them in the top
I think
half of
the
Big
surprise
Ten.
team in the Big Ten is going to be Illinois.
I do too.
100%. Bielema can coach.
Yeah.
They play good defense. They play just enough offense. They're kind of like Iowa. They're not going to wow you with schemes and scoring a ton of points, but they're well coached and they play hard.
Yeah, and they truly put the 12 best teams in there. You really could see 5 teams from one of these conferences, SEC or Big Ten. You really could.
And I think a team nobody's really talking about, they're flying under the radar because of how their season ended last year. Watch out for Oregon. Oregon has a lot of players. If they can get that quarterback situation corrected, I know they lost Evan Stewart, but they got the number 1 receiver in the country.
And they don't play Ohio State.
They don't play Ohio State. I mean,
do they play Michigan? I think they got Michigan.
I think they play Michigan.
They got Michigan.
I think we found out they play Penn State too.
Yeah. All right, I don't know how much time we got, Randy? Okay. National championship odd, the latest out of Vegas. Alabama plus 1,200 to get in.
It's a good bet.
Or maybe that's to win the national championship.
Probably.
Yeah. Texas plus 550. Ohio State plus 500. Penn State, I'm telling you, watch out. Penn State plus 750. Georgia plus 700. Clemson plus 1,100. Texas A&M plus 4,000. They're better than some of the other teams. Oregon plus 950, and then LSU plus 1,800.
It's about right. I didn't see anything crazy there. I mean, I don't get the love for A&M making the playoffs this year. I thought they kind of failed at the end of last year, and I'm not sure what they have coming back. Maybe it's just me being ignorant on their roster. But I still think that they're maybe a year or 2 away from being that top-end contender.
Now, this is out of Vegas. Let's just say they're not going to get in because you got the Big 12 ACC. They're not in. Let's see what's left. Alabama out of the SEC. Texas out of the SEC. LSU out of the SEC. Georgia out. So that's 4, right? 5 teams from the SEC. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3,
that's 4 there.
4 out of the SEC. Let's go to the Big 10. Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon. So that's 3 out of the Big 10, right?
Yep.
Anybody else I missed? ACC got Clemson, and that's it. So that's 8 teams, right? 8. Where are the other 4 going to be? Who's going to be the other 4 teams?
Probably Illinois or somebody from the Big Ten, and you can throw in maybe like a Florida, Ole Miss.
I'm like Florida.
Maybe South Carolina.
Dang, we didn't go. They talked about yesterday with Ole Miss and Vandy. I will say this: I was really impressed with Vandy's coach.
Yeah.
Well spoken, knows what he's talking about. Good job. I can see why they had a competitive football team. Kiffin did a great job, like always. I'm telling y'all now. They lost that quarterback. Wait and see. You're going to say you were right. He can play.
That
Simpson,
kid's good.
He's good. He's
big
good.
Time lefty.
Yeah, and South Carolina, He said, why not? In 2010, we beat Alabama, we beat Georgia, we beat Tennessee. He named all these teams they got to play this year. Who knows? Maybe they can. They should have beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa. I watched that game. They should have won that football game. We were very fortunate to win that game. I think in 2010 we went there and we got embarrassed, and we were the number one team in the country.
They got two of the best players in the SEC, Sellers and Dylan Stewart. So,
Jason, we got about 2 minutes. I want to give you some chance to talk about your business. Tell everybody where you're located. Two great locations.
Come see us. I'm usually at the 23rd Street location. You can come get on the InBody. Come try some free samples. You don't have to pay anything. Just come in. You can take these pre-workouts to the gym, work out on it, see how you feel on it. Try the proteins, taste them, see how they mix before you buy them. We got some real clean, quality proteins for mom, dad, sports, athletes, whatever. But we're located in 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
I tell you what, if you're a coach out there, you're not giving yourself an opportunity to be successful as you can be if you don't go there with your team. Get your teams on this stuff. I guarantee you get bigger, stronger, faster, got a better opportunity. Parents, same thing. Take care of your kids, give them an edge. Randy, great job today. I don't care what Conrad Glenn said. Good job.
I don't either.
I actually asked you not to answer it at all, but you did. But anyway, whatever.
Well,
hey, real quick.
When they become pests, you got to do something.
Wildcat is John Smitty, S-M-I-D-D-Y. If you could help in your heart find GoFundMe, John Smitty, S-M-I-D-D-Y. Give what you can. They need some help right now. He'll be back in the saddle tomorrow. We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Brewster, let me ask you a question. If someone offered you $8 million to become a Clemson fan, would you do it?
No. Only thing I'll do with orange